The interesting thing about success is that anyone can do it. There are no excuses. Despite what all the gurus tell you, there is no master secret or plan either. There is, however, something else. Something that is nearly invariably overlooked. In this video, we are not going to give you trite advice on how you should set up smart and measurable goals, or how successful people read one book a week, and therefore you should too. Instead, we are going to give you a no BS guide that will force you to be brutally honest with yourself, take the right actions, and achieve virtually anything you want in life. Ready? Let's jump into rule number 1. Have the courage to live a life true to yourself. This is an absolute key. Success in life is whatever you define it to be. Your partner, parents, and friends may have their own definition of success, but their definitions aren't for you. Other people's expectations can tempt you to do something you don't really want to do, so much so that they sometimes become your own. Instead, you need to focus on whatever it is that will make you feel fulfilled and happy. Maybe for you, it's buying a house overlooking your favorite lake. Some may want to travel the world, while others might want to publish their first novel. Only you can know it for yourself. And in any case, being successful isn't necessarily about being rich or winning awards. It can also be about personal fulfillment. If you don't know what gives you fulfillment, ask yourself this question. If you had to design your perfect day, what would it look like? Would you be laying on a tropical beach, sipping your cocktail? Do you picture yourself moving over to Spain to open your scooter rental shop? Or maybe you just want to be able to spend more days playing with your kids. Whatever your choice is, make sure it is actually what you deeply desire. Rule number 2. Start with why. As Simon Sinek explains in his best-selling book, Start with Why, you have to know why you want to do something in order to succeed over the long term. If you are merely following the money or chasing validation from the idea of being successful, you will never find your why, and you will never be truly successful. In fact, those motives simply aren't enough to keep you going, and if you focus only on results, your motivation will die the minute you hit a storm. Instead, every one of us has a why, a deep-seated purpose, cause or belief that is the source of our passion and inspiration. Your why is what drives you, even when everything seems to be falling apart. It reminds you the reason why you are doing what you are doing, and it brings excitement in your day-to-day life. The feeling of achievement you will experience once you do make it is with you every day when you know your why. It takes time to find your why in everything you do, but start looking, and soon it will make itself known. Rule number 3. Start before you are ready. One of the most famous quotes attributed to Theodore Roosevelt says, "Do what you can with what you have, where you are." This quote literally strips away every excuse you have for not doing something. If you are waiting for things to be perfect in order to start, you are telling yourself a story to protect your ego, because deep down, you are afraid of failure. There's nothing wrong with that. It's human nature. But the truth is, things will never be perfect. We guarantee you that. Starting anything is risky. You might fail, you might get things wrong, you might lose time and money, and it surely will be uncomfortable. But if you don't start before you are ready, there is every chance that you will never start. And that means you will never get to do the thing you really want to do. Accept that when you start, you will always be confused and unclear. but trust the fact that as you keep moving forward, the path will reveal itself. After all, even Jeff Bezos and Steve Jobs were once normal people trying to make a living, and they started out Amazon and Apple from their garages. Didn't that turn out pretty well? You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't need to be an expert, nor the most talented. You don't have to do everything perfectly. You just need to start. Rule number 4. Aim above the mark to hit the mark. We all know the importance of setting good goals in order to achieve success. Goal setting gives your mind something to focus on and allows you to design a path that leads you there. However, what we often fail to realize is that, just like archers must aim above the mark to actually hit it, you should aim high when setting your goals. If you want to do $100,000 in sales next year, create a plan that allows you to do $150,000. A goal is not always meant to be reached. It often serves simply as something to aim at. Big goals are also important because they inspire us to take action. When you set a goal that is big enough and exciting enough, motivation will come from within you. You will wake up excited, and you will take action because you are inspired by it. Think about it. If your goal is to earn an extra $100 per month, will you jump out of your bed in the morning, impatient to get to work? You won't. That is not an exciting goal. But what if your goal was to build a system that made you $5,000 a month in passive income? This is why you want to dream big and aim high. When you do so, it drives you and leads you to live with passion. Rule number 5. Actions speak louder than words. Anyone can talk about success, what they dream and desire to achieve, and even claim that they know how to achieve them. Making castles in the air, boasting about future success, might give them an adrenaline rush, as if they have achieved a great milestone without actually doing so. What would get them to that milestone instead is putting in the hard work, day in and day out. Words mean nothing when your actions are the complete opposite of your claims, and great personalities often save their precious time by speaking less and doing more. So make it a rule to practice more than you preach. Once you've set your goal, it's time to start taking massive action. Your success lies in your hands. We could tell you all the things you need to do to be successful, but any great plan or idea is worthless without relentless execution. Say what you're going to do, believe it, and follow through with it. Always. Keep walking the walk, and you'll achieve your goals. Know that the day you achieve your dream because of the work you've done, the action you took will certainly speak louder than any words you could have said. Rule number 6. Do what is right, not what is easy. Once you become clear about what you want to achieve and start taking action, it's important that you focus on the tasks that help you make the most progress. For example, if you're starting your own e-commerce business, spending weeks creating a perfect logo or taking your 3rd course on how to create a great sale funnel won't get you any closer to the goals that truly matter in the moment. Get in the habit of being brutally honest and ask yourself whether you are spending too much time on unimportant tasks only because they give you the feeling that you are moving forward and keep you away from really trying and maybe failing. Instead, if you are serious about growing a successful e-commerce business, deep down, you know that you need to create or source a good product that solves a customer problem. Then design and execute a strategy that actually gets you to your first sale. Most of the rest is unnecessary, glamorous distraction. Doing what is right and not what is easy is, by definition, hard work and often uncomfortable, which is why most people prefer living in the fantasy rather than making their dream come true. Rule number 7. Stop looking for the silver bullet and keep going. There is not going to be any silver bullet. No Google Ads hack or magical $3,000 conference can get you where you want to be. You know it. But no matter how many times people tell you that, you're still digging around for the secret answer, because deep down, you want to be an overnight success. Chances are, that's not going to happen. If you want to succeed, you need to put the work in every day, probably for years, and then you will reap the benefits. That is also why you need to develop an unshakable persistency. You need to push through all your limiting beliefs that you have about yourself. What separates a successful person from an unsuccessful one is the ability to keep pushing forward even when challenges arise and self-doubt kicks in. So even when the going gets tough, keep on going. Commit yourself every single day to accomplishing your goals. And remember that you're developing even when you fail. Becoming successful is all about trial and error. The more you fail, the faster you will succeed. Now that we are approaching the end of this video, you know that success is not something that only a select few have the ability to reach. It comes from your mentality, your vision, your passion, your accountability. Get these ingredients right, and success will follow. Where you are is a result of who you were, but where you end up depends entirely on who you choose to be from this moment forward. Now, if you like this video, please don't forget to like and share, so you can help others on their way to success. Thanks for watching High Living, and see you next time.